What is up, guys? This is Miguel from Faster Than Reloading with a juicy story, right? Something they broke the internet. A story that broke the internet today. Sources said, meaning Jason Schreier, because pretty much he's the best in the business, one of the best in the business. Call of Duty 2020 is changing developers. And Treyarch is going to take over, and the plans are for Black Ops 5. Now, is this good? No, I don't think this is good. This is bad news for Call of Duty. This is bad news for, honestly, just the whole series, right? The whole series, Black Ops 4, the series of Black Ops. Like, this is, Black Ops 4 already was not, in my humble opinion, is not a good game overall. It's a decent game. It's just not a what we wanted, right? Let's take a couple steps before we get into all the juicy news that Jason dropped. Just let's keep in mind that Black Ops 4 had problems before it launched, right? The rumors and pretty much the leaks and everything it's pretty much somewhat confirmed already that Black Ops 4 was gonna be more of a MOBA type game instead of what we have. It seemed like you could see it already because the specialists have the ability and the equipment. They changed the game, right? It changes the game completely. The maps, how they're made for a mobile type game. It's a 3-line maps. I mean, they always have done that, but all the leaks that recently dropped for it, they had a bunch of building stuff to build barricades and stuff like that. And the campaign, right? I mean, I'm sure the campaign. I mean, we had the cutscenes and they were amazing, but the actual, it wasn't even campaign. It was the HQ something. I forgot, headquarters or something. Like, it was just bad. It was a bad experience for that. They had all the cutscenes and the actual game, the gameplay for the campaign was dropped for something. You're just doing domination on a map and just kill certain enemies and you were able to play. Why? Because the game was gonna be a mobile type campaign that the structure, and it was too late to change. Let's keep that in mind. That was 3 years of development for that game, for Black Ops 4. Now you're telling me that yes, it seemed like Raven was the developer that was working with Sledgehammer, but Raven was the one that was taking care of the game for 2020, and it seemed like they had problems going back and forth on what they wanted to do. I don't get why that was the case. I'm sure they're in different studios, so that means in different locations too. So that's probably a problem. Obviously, it's not good having that, right? You got two different studios, two different locations, separate locations. The communications, it's probably not good. Activision should have gone there like, hey, whatever Raven wants, that's what we have to do, and that's where we're going in that direction. I'm sure the leads on Sledgehammer weren't happy after World War II. Obviously, we all know that Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield got promoted first, and then pretty much left to make games and 2K. I mean, there was problems there already. Obviously, World War II got better after they left, in my opinion. The game was fun after that. I think it was April when they released that big update. They changed a lot of stuff in the game, made it a lot more fun, in my opinion. And I think in everyone's opinion, the game got just better after that update. And that was a period of pretty much 4 years to make that game fun. here. Now they released Modern Warfare, Black Ops 4, right? When they announced it, it was gonna be a tactical game, right? The most tactical that we have ever made Call of Duty. That's not true. It's the most frustrating. Why? Because it's just chaos, right? The specialists are just not. The specialists are annoying to die to, or they're annoying overall. They worked on Black Ops 3. Why? Because you had the movement system. It wasn't as annoying because you were able to avoid them with the movement, right? You were able to, it wasn't boost. You were able to glide up, move out of the way a little bit faster. And here, because it's boost on the ground, you're dying pretty much every time you see the war machine, right? You seen the war machine? He's shooting at you. You don't. Before in Black Ops 3, you were able to move out of the way, jump at least up, so it won't kill you. And here, you have no shot, right? The Tempest, and the Tempest in this game, it's gonna melt you. And at least in Black Ops 3, you had the option to move out. This is all leading to, for me. Oh, the other thing, the game was supposed to be the most. It was supposed to have the most content ever in a Call of Duty game. It's not happening. It's the least supported game that they have launched. How do I know that? How can we tell? Because you already have YouTubers like Exclusive Ace, Nero Cinema, Prestigious Key. You could go check on their videos. They already released like a nice timeline of explaining, like, World War II already had all this bunch of stuff in the game, and it had a bunch of guns. It had a bunch of content that you were able to grind for, right? The same thing with Infinite Warfare. The same thing with Modern Warfare Remastered. You had so much content that you were able to grind for what you wanted. Compared to this game, that yes, the sales were really good. Why? Because at the beginning. Why? Because the game is Black Ops 4 in the title, and people remember the first one and the second one, and I'm sure the third one too, but the first two were great. And people see this name, Black Ops 4, and like, oh, I gotta try it. But when you start playing the game and in multiplayer, yes, the support, there is some support, but it's mostly for Blackout. In a mode that is, people that know Call of Duty, it's something new, something that just started a couple years ago, Battle Royale. People, I personally feel it's an okay mode. It's not what I'm playing Call of Duty for. Call of Duty, to me and for a lot of people, is the multiplayer. People come to Call of Duty because the gameplay feels so good. That loop feels so good. But after a while, if you don't innovate the multiplayer, and I feel like they were going into the right direction with Infinity. Oh my God. I don't know why they named it this. Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and World War II, with the system that you had, the contracts, the bounties, how you were able to play the game and get scraps, the loot boxes. It wasn't such a money grab, right? You were able to just play and get the new weapons, get everything you wanted by playing. And now with the season pass that they have, which is a big mistake if you got it. I'm sure you regret it like I did. They're just piecemealing probably stuff they already had for the full game that they had to cut out. Because what I mentioned earlier, how the development of the game just didn't work. Now, looking at to the story, if you're still here listening, we're going into it. I brought all that stuff, the last 9 minutes of me talking, that you're probably like, why are you not talking about the story? It's for you to keep in mind what's happened before we move on, right? Now, the game Black Ops 4 is not selling. They're trying to do something. It seems like they're internally talking about making Modern Warfare 4, which probably that's what it's going to be, offer a type of system for free to play, right? I hope they don't do that. I hope they keep to $60, make the mass free, and have put the system they do had from Modern Warfare Remastered. Put the system that you have for World War II, right? Infinite Warfare. That system worked. If people wanted to pay for stuff, you were able to pay, and stuff didn't cost $20 for a uniform, for a hammer, right? It's stuff that, like the uniforms and Modern and Black Ops 4, you can't see them because it's a first-person game. Some of the camos that they have released for Black Ops 4, like the vampire for the Vapor, the Nubila, I think it's called, they just got released. They're cool, but they're expensive. Why are people gonna spend that much money for a game that was $60, right? If you're Activision's getting greedy, and that's never a good thing. They're gonna drive the franchise to the ground, and obviously that's what they do. And now that they don't have Destiny, they're getting really desperate, and that's not a good thing at all. Now, looking forward, Black Ops 5, that's what they're gonna do. It seemed like what Raven and Sledgehammer were working on was a Cold War game. So it was gonna be based on Vietnam, which would have been good. Now you're gonna have a year for development now, year and a half maybe. Just keep in mind the last 6 months before release, it's pretty much them tweaking a couple things. You're not gonna change so much stuff, and if you do, that means people are gonna have to work a lot of hours. People are not gonna be happy working there, and that's never a good thing, right? You want to work 60, 80 hours a week, I mean, for that, or the grind that you're gonna make for what? For people to, end up just playing for a bit and being like, oh well, it's not a good game. Do we really want that? I don't think so. I personally think they should go back to what they were doing. Obviously they're not gonna do that, but for Modern Warfare 4, if you want to make money after the launch, make the game $60, make the season pass free, and have that system. It's gonna print money. Why? Because you're adding a bunch of guns. People want those guns. People want to grind for that, and you don't have that. With all the stuff that Call of Duty Mobile they're showing so much good stuff with the season pass, with the stuff like you're grinding for extra good stuff compared to Black Ops 4. People get tired of that. People are getting tired of stickers. People are getting tired of tags. People are getting tired of just camos that look the same. Like how, and then to just how dumb is it for the loot boxes that you're getting, the reserves, to be not duplicate. Oh man, I'm getting frustrated just talking about this. They're not duplicate protected. Like why? Like bunch of the stuff, most of the time I'm just getting duplicates, and it's camo stuff, just war paints. Who cares about that stuff? Like it's clear to me that they didn't care about Black Ops 4. What makes it, and if they did, and the changes that they wanted to do, make it more of a MOBA, like that's not what people want from Call of Duty. People remember the good times. They remember Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2. Some people remember Modern Warfare 3, playing those games, playing Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. They remember that. That's what they want. That's what Modern Warfare 4 needs to be. But Black Ops 5, I think it's going to be too much, and it's not going to sell. It's not going to sell. Why? Because people are going to remember Black Ops 4. And the experience of Black Ops 4 was not good. And it has not been good. They have made so many bad decisions in this game that if they call it Black Ops 5, it's going to end the franchise. At least for that year. And the sales would not be as good as they have been. and then they're really just gonna shit the bed. I've been asking for a Call of Duty Online for a couple years already, and they're doing it on mobile. Why not? And it seems really good. That's something they need to do. Instead of making Black Ops 5, they should be making Call of Duty Online for 2020. That's what they should be doing. Are they smart to do that? No, they're not. Why? Because they're thinking about money. They're thinking about money. The game is not gonna be good. This is my opinion. Obviously, you guys might have your own opinions, and you guys can leave them in the comment. And let's have a discussion about this. But the game's not gonna be good, in my opinion. Black Ops 4 already, with a lot of stuff that they took out of the game, and the vision of that game. I mean, 2 months after the release of Black Ops 4, we had pretty much no good updates for multiplayer. Why? Because the lead of it just took a vacation, and people were complaining to Bandeheart. He doesn't care about multiplayer anymore. He was taking care of his baby, Blackout. And that's what he was doing. There was a bunch of updates for that game, for that mode. It's pretty much the only mode that they have supported. Why? Because they see the vision. That mode is gonna be free in a couple months, and that's what they care. Money. Free to play. That's what the franchise has to go to now. Why? Because we have games like Fortnite, Apex, games that are free, and the cosmetics make sense. The stuff that you pay makes sense. Overwatch, huge games, right? They need to step back. They need to stop thinking about money. I know money, it's a business, but you need to make a good game first before you make money. I think we all could agree that. And if they're just rushing it and making Black Ops 5, people are gonna remember Black Ops 4. They're gonna remember that. And the experience with it's not that good. People will not buy Black Ops 5, if that's what it's named. With that, guys, let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments, like I said. Let me know if you guys think it's gonna be Black Ops 5. Let me know if you guys think it's gonna be a good game or not. Hopefully it is, but I really doubt it. Looking at Black Ops 4, less time obviously to make it. This is Miguel, faster than reloading. Peace out.